I want to talk about this whole DACA debate, deferred action for the childhood arrivals. I don't understand why there's this effort to provide amnesty for these individuals, who are mostly adults, by the way. Have you contacted your congressman saying, you know what, the #1 problem in this country, of everything Congress needs to be doing, we need to be helping the illegal alien parents and their children become legalized? Or at least their children become legalized. Oh yeah, we know they're 25 or 26 or 30 or 31 or whatever, but we want them to be legal. Of course no one's advocating for that. I'm sure those who would benefit from that amnesty would be advocating for it. But this is a top-down effort. The Republican and Democratic leadership want amnesty for these so-called dreamers, and they don't care about the impact on the rule of law. And the president's willing to deal on this if he can get the security side of the equation. And I would caution anyone who thinks that the security, the border wall funding, or the ending of chain migration, which is that if you bring someone into the country, they can bring in their relatives, and then they can bring it, those relatives can bring in additional relatives. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Even if it gets passed, the courts are going to intervene and block it. We just had a judge the other day out in California tell President Trump he couldn't end President Obama's illegal granting of special rights to illegal aliens, so-called dreamers. I mean, the courts are acting like it's some sort of Alice in Wonderland court system, where up is down and down is up. Some of these courts, we would have hoped for that. We would be better off having the Queen of Hearts making the decisions, given the logic of what's going on, especially the recent court case. So in the case of DACA, the president is debating or talking to Democrats and Republicans who came in and tried to corner him into this deal, which would have had a massive amnesty for not just DACA beneficiaries, the kids, so-called kids, but their relatives and things like that, and would have ended his most recent reforms of his announcements that after, for instance, in El Salvador, which there was, I think there was an earthquake 17 years ago, there are hundreds of thousands of people here on temporary protected status. Temporary, 17 years. That's not temporary. So he's actually going to put the temporary back into the law there, as it's written.